Hi everybody. We might as well start now. You know, I was going to say, you know, hello, fade the music back in and all that jazz, but it's 5 o'clock. We might as well just fade the music down into a nice background volume and freaking get the show on the road, shall we? Also, Sloppy Joe, thank you as well for the extra bit there. Support me a whole heck of a lot. Ninja asked me if I had the lag goggles, or was it Ninja? No, Mickey Mouse asked me if I had the lag goggles. I have not installed lag goggles. No, I don't have it in. You know what I like about the streams? 100% less Nick. JK. Love all the ways. There is definitely 100% less Nick in these live streams. So, you know, take that as you will. Does Enigmatica 2 have to be played in Skyblock mode? No, you can download. So it's a bit weird. The pack comes in multiple different form factors. You can download it. If you search Enigmatica 2 onto the Twitch launcher, you'll see a bunch of different packs that come up. If you play just the bog standard Enigmatica 2, then that's not a Skyblock at all. But if you play the Enigmatica 2 Expert Skyblock version, then it's a Skyblock, which is the one we're playing. But long story short, you don't have to play it in Skyblock mode if you don't want. Flipping. Hi, so we're going to play some Enigmatica 2, as you may have guessed, continuing on from where we left off at the end of yesterday's stream. For those who weren't here, we were working on kind of building a new base. Our whole base was a bit of a mess, and we were kind of just working on trying to make it look just a little bit better because it was atrocious. All right, and so let me bring the music down just a little bit more as we transfer over to the live view. Hi, everybody. How's it going? And also I move OBS out of the way so that I can open up the server and flip and get some stuff done. Yes, I know you can still see the banner. Don't worry. It's coming. The change is happening. I know, surprising, his base was a mess. I know. It's crazy. So many people are always like, Isaac, your bases are usually so tidy and clean. It's not like you to have a messy base. All right. So I haven't been on since we left off yesterday. I'm hoping everything is still all good and well. And so if you missed yesterday's stream, I'm going to move this as well because it seems a bit high up. If you missed yesterday's stream, we spent like 3 hours building this thing right here. Hopefully my frame rate picks up. There we go. Are we locked at 60? No, we're locked at 120. That's fine. So yeah, we started working on this big old room right about here. Look at this. We got like these curved archways from the ever awesome architecture craft mod that allows us to build these cool little archways here. And from the outside, it looks a little terrible. If you haven't seen this building yet from the outside, you know, brace yourself for disappointment, right? Because it looks real bad. It looks really quite bad from the outside, but don't worry about it. Okay. That's fine. It's going to be fixed. It's a temporary badness and the goodness will come. You know, believe and goodness will follow. Wow, so nice looking. I think it looks quite good. You sexy man beast, why thank you. Love the beard, by the way, thanks. And also thank you to Mr. Goyo. I still don't know how to pronounce your name, my friend, but thank you very much for the 2 bits. It's funny when you try and say my name. Ah, there we go. So he's baited me into saying his name. Gosh dang it. So yeah, essentially, we loaded into the island and the whole thing, it's a bit haphazard. You know, everything is just placed down randomly. Nothing has any order whatsoever. You know, we got immersive engineering stuff. So we got one fence post here with 4 animals attached to it, which is bizarre. We've got just like this cobbled together, shackled mess of a obsidian generator in air quotes. We've got a smeltery. We've got this wandering chicken. We've got 1 water wheel, not 2. And then over here, it's just a mess. It is just a complete and utter mess. And so in the last stream, I said, to hell with it. We're going to go and we're going to set up like a new area. We're going to start working at least on a new area so we can move everything from over here into the new area and hopefully try and kind of organize things as we go and move that stuff along there. So that's the plan. We set up the building. We might go ahead and build a 2nd floor on this today. Also, for those who missed yesterday's stream, we did get ourselves a Ring of the Flying Squid, which uses 16 grid power, hence the solar panels over here, but gives us this kind of like almost jetpack-like flight, which I quite like. Mslayer Games, thank you very much indeed for the $10 tip, my friend. Let me make sure I can read your donation because it's no longer showing on the screen. You finally got it. Good job, Isaac. Thank you very much, Mslayer. Spot means a whole heck of a lot. I finally got his name correct, which is why he's saying thank you. Hey Mad Dog, welcome, glad you could join us. Don't use Architecture Craft too often. It causes the maddest lags you've ever had. Okay. I mean, we've used it a fair bit already. Like, we've used it like all these staircases are architecture craft and the arches are all architecture craft. We won't go crazy with it, I reckon, then, if that's the case. But I mean, like, unless this is already crazy, in which case we're screwed from the start, right? That's not going to change. I like what it looks like already, so we're gonna leave that there. So I think, like I said, we might end up building a second story. Also, you may notice there's glowstone on the top here. We did a little bit of work with chisel and bits. So here, these are, you can see at the top there, these are half marble, half glowstone slabs. And we've got the same thing on the bottom as well for our oak wood floor, dark oak wood even. We've got like little bits of glowstone embedded into the wooden floor so that we don't have to have any torches whatsoever in the building. If I hit F7, no yellow X's, the whole area is mob proof and it's lit up perfectly. I love it. I love it so much. The same, I don't think, can be said, yeah, for this area over here. There are like little patches here and there that have just not been fully covered and are therefore just waiting for mobs to spawn, which is fine because we're going to get rid of this eventually, pretty soon. But yeah, we did talk a little bit about maybe building like a staircase that goes kind of from either side up and around to a second story. I think that could look quite cool, kind of like a staircase that comes up and in and connects at the top. I think that could be quite cool. OMG, you did it. You said my name right. It's French. Oh, I did say it right. Oh my goodness. I'm on a roll today, guys. I'm just dropping names left, right, and center. Also, does anyone else see these, like, I don't know if they come through on the stream, but there's like these little white dots on the floor when you look at it. Like, do you see those on stream? I don't know if they're coming through. If they're not, that's fine. But like, for me, they're like these little white flickering particle dots. And like, I don't know what's causing them. They're not terrible. Like, they're not bad. Is it like mip-mapping or something? Like, I find that's usually mip-map. Maybe we have to go mip-map far or mip-map levels 4 or something. I'm not quite sure. But also, Juno Vayup? I hope that's how that's pronounced, maybe. Also, I'm not quite sure why Streamlabs, why you know alert me for the new subscription. If I resend it. I see it. I apologize for the mispronunciation, and thank you very much indeed for the support, my friend. It means a whole heck of a lot, but I have no idea why that's not showing up. That's crazy. But thank you very much nonetheless. I apologize for the lack of an alert sound. Just know that if Nick was here, he would say, whoa, 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 as well, you know, to thank you for the subscription. So thank you very much indeed. So yeah, I think before we do that, though, I'm going to start moving a couple of things in. And I think we've got to start with the smeltery, right? Because I think this is definitely going to be kind of the centerpiece of at least the back portion of the room. Also, we did put a bunch of sand in here in the last stream as well. And so we now do have quite a bit in the way of glass. There is also, I think, just a full, smeltery worth of sand still in here. But we're probably just going to take all that out to move the thing. Now, I think the first question really is, do we want to make the smeltery bigger if we're going to place it down? Because I'm thinking of putting it kind of right center back here. Now, we could make it bigger, but at the same time, we could also try and just kind of fit it into one of these, like, areas, right? We could literally build it into the wall, and I think that could also look quite cool. So maybe I'll try that as well. It's all good, man. Thanks. Also, hey, Rivago, welcome. Glad you could join us. So yeah, let's take this thing down. Also, what do we have here? We got like our banners. Set up a basic AE2 is something we've already done, so we don't have to worry about that anymore, which is nice. I'm a bit worried about just like vein mining this because there's nothing underneath it. Do we have access to like an early game magnet of any description? The ring of magnetization, I don't think is in our reach, although actually 4 iron, 2 lapis, 2 redstone, and a ring. That looks like it's actually really doable. And so if we actually get a magnetization ring, that would be quite nice. I don't think I've ever played with the ones from actual editions. I'm assuming they work just like every other magnetization ring in the game. And if so, that's going to be hopefully quite useful in allowing us to not just drop everything on the island down into the void when we try and move it. What else do we need? Redstone? I think it was. Coin of Fortune is in this pack. I don't know if it is. What does the Coin of Fortune do? I can't say I've ever heard of it. There we go. Nice. All right. Let's see about this ring of magnetization. Magnetization. Does it work how I think it's going to work? It does need charging. Hopefully I can go about charging it just in this thing over here. Oh, what? Streamlabs, are you okay? You having a bad day, bud? What? What was that? I have a feeling that Streamlabs is not Oh boy. I may or may not have clicked the resend button a few times to get that alert to pop up. And so it may come through a couple of times here now. Oh boy. Ooh, that one's on me. That's my bad, guys. That's my bad. How does this work? Oh, it's just like a slight few second delay. Also, but somebody else did subscribe. Was Waseemed 99? I don't see you in the Twitch chat, but thank you very much if you did subscribe. I don't know if like it's Twitch is having issues today, or if it's excuse what? I don't know if that person did subscribe. I think Streamlabs is having a bad day, in that like it may have just shown me like somebody else's subscription. So I don't see that sub anywhere. But anyway, just a follow. Oh, follow Show of Isaac? They shouldn't. Oh wow, they do. Okay, well that's fine actually. I'm not bothered. That's fine. Did that show up last stream? Am I losing it? No, did I lose all that? I think I lost a good chunk of it down there. That's fine. We can always make more. This stuff's not too hard to make, honestly. I would like to keep this though. The magnet ring is not as good as I was It's not as good as I was hoping it would be, which is a little annoying, but that's fine. They did show. All right, that's fine as well. Okay, that makes more sense. It's gonna be a lot more confusing for me though. Still no sound for subs. Did you not hear the war sound? Oh, you don't hear the unmute. There you go. Now you should hear the game sound and the sub sound as well. It has been playing. You guys have just been muted, and thus that is why you have not heard it. My bad, my bad, my bad. Okay, let's clear out our inventory a little bit and try and pick up all this trash right here. I mean, the magnet's quite nice to have. Can I put it in my baubles inventory anywhere? No? Nah, it's a little... Oh, no, I can. No, that's my offhand. I guess I could have it there, but I don't really want it there, all things considered. Ring is deactivated? I don't think it is. It's glowing. Like, I can right-click it to deactivate it, but it is very much so on. It's just very... It's got like a delay to it, so it doesn't come instantly. But if you give it a second, it comes. And so I think what happened there is like the magnet's not very good. That's maybe a bit harsh, but the magnet's not as good as some other magnets that pull things instantly. And so it takes like a few seconds for it to kick in, which is too slow. It means that for stuff like what we just did with the smeltering, things just fall out of the world, which is not great. If I were being sensible, I should have just built a really quick 3x3 cobblestone platform underneath the smeltery, and that would have made my life just so much easier, but that's fine. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll start by making just like a little tiny 3x3 one, or at least a normal one that's short, and then we'll drop some cobblestone in there to make it to make some more seared brick, and then we can make it bigger from there. Hey, Darren ESV, welcome. Glad you could join us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, I'm thinking about having this. I think I might. Do I want to have it like back one? Do I want to have it in the wall like this? Or do I want to have it kind of one forward so it's in line with the arch here? I think it's going to look better if we have it behind. That way we can have the smeltery go up kind of past the arch, and it'll just kind of hide behind it, which I think could look quite cool. Yeah, I dig this. Craft the ring to make it a baubles thing. Oh yeah, look at that. It's a baubles ring. It does lose all of its power, which kind of sucks. I'm going to go charge you real quick, but thanks for the tip anyway. That's going to be quite useful. Isaac, when are you next streaming Warcraft 3? That's a good question. So, the situation with Warcraft 3 right now is that Nick and I have recorded a lot of videos, and I kind of don't want to spoil too much of what's coming. And so, it might be a little while. Nick's on holiday right now, and so we did a bunch of recording like earlier this month, so that when Nick was away, the videos could still go out. And so, there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been shown on YouTube yet, at least not on our videos. And so, I don't want to do too much Warcraft streaming in this kind of like next week or so, just because I don't want to spoil it too much for YouTube. But kind of towards the end of July, we might stream Warcraft again, but probably not in the next like week or so. Can you chisel and bit seared stone to make a bit of an arch out of it? I guess we could. Like we can do the exact same thing we've done here with the seared brick for sure, with the architectural craft table, whatever it's called, this thing over here, the saw bench. We could do that, but I think it's probably gonna be more practical and maybe look a bit better if it just goes up around the back. Maybe fit it under the white arch. See, I don't know if that would work. I mean, I could, you know, we can try it. I don't know if that. I'm skeptical as to the ability for us to kind of slot it in, so it were. Like, we used this arch here, and I'll try it again. Like, oh, can we not do this? Maybe it doesn't work with these items? Yeah, no, you can't do it with seared brick, unfortunately. That's weird. It does say safe for decoration. I'm surprised, actually, that doesn't work. That's odd. I think behind would be easier to allow for a higher smeltery. Yeah, that was kind of my my thought process. I was willing to try the arch thing, but it seems like it's just not plausible, which is interesting. Oh, yeah, don't fall there. So yeah, for now we'll just make like a standard 3x3 like this, and then of course like this, and then we're gonna have to go make another drain real quick, but then we can just dump in some compressed cobblestone and put the clock on it and have it automatically pull out some seared bricks, so we can just make this thing taller in a little bit once that's all done. Don't forget you can't fly at night. This is true. Do we have anything like the sleeping bag in the pack that I could use to like sleep portably? There's a sleeping bag from Open Blocks and a sleeping mat from Cyclic. The problem still, I guess, is that we have to have, I don't know, like a certain percentage of people on the server asleep for it to count. I'm not quite sure what that percentage is. I guess we can go find out now if it's a quarter. That would be nice. Isaac, oh no. I was just told mere moments ago that my freaking ring doesn't work, and then I'm dead. Yep, there we goes. Oh, okay. There we go. That's a pain. We'll sleep. It's fine. Use lunar panels. That is the plan. We do need to make some lunar panels. They are a little expensive. What do we need for lunar panels? I can't remember. We need like pink dye or something. Yeah, we need lunar. Yeah, so we can't make lunar panels, unfortunately, because to make them, we need the lunar reactive dust, and to get that, we need the resonator. And I should clarify, we can make them, but the work required to make them is extensive, right? We need to get advanced circuits, steel plates, cold coke, glass, and then more importantly, the machine block from Extra Utilities, which requires, you know, polished stone, reinforced stone, but yeah, it's actually not that bad. It's not terrible, but it's also not what I want to do just yet. And so I think instead we're just going to try and not fly at night. I'll also just sleep in the evening. What was I coming back for? I needed to make a drain real quick, which I think we should be able to do. I'm pretty sure we've already got some seared bricks. We do indeed. I don't know if we got the faucet back. That actually might just be in like this. Oh no, it's right there. Never mind. I was gonna say it might be in the hopper, but never mind. Never mind. Jetpacks hard. The jetpacks are a little bit difficult. They're not super hard. There are two jet types. There's the electric jetpack from Industrial Craft 2, and then the jetpack from Mechanism. It does require an elytra, which is the bit that makes it a bit harder. It's really not like we can make this, honestly. I mean, this thing does run on hydrogen, at which point we have to set up an electrolytic separator to separate water into hydrogen and oxygen, at which point we can then pump the hydrogen into the jetpack. But the elytra is actually, it looks probably worse than it is. It's 2 diamonds, 4 white banners, a leather tunic, and a popped chorus fruit, which you can make very easily with 4 eyes of ender. And we've got those in a melon. So that's not bad, and we should probably definitely do it so we don't have that same, you know, restriction of only being able to fly at night. Also, I can smell something really weird. I think someone might be cooking something. I have no idea what it is, but there's like a smell. I need plant matter, which apparently we do not have. Do we have any leaves? Oh, we do indeed. Good stuff. Just gonna grab some more apples here real quick, guys, so we don't die of starvation either. Use the electric for the quantum armor. There is the quantum armor from Industrial Craft 2, which I believe does give you flight, but like, and we could also make the flux infused jet plate doesn't give you flight, I don't think, right? I think that's a different one. It's like from Simply Jetpacks, maybe? I could be wrong about that though. Like, this requires some... I don't think we have what it takes to make this yet. Potentially. Although maybe we do, I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, it's not the point. For now, I think that our ring is fine. You know, it's not ideal, but it gets the job done. I'm cooking food. Oh, that must be what I can smell. I can smell... Shadow England 1, is that what that's supposed to be? I can smell him cooking some food. Makes sense. The forestry way is easy? Of what? What's that? The jet plate gives you creative flight. It just costs 850 RF per tick. That's madness, really. This thing, it's a flux infused chest plate. This one right here? Are you sure it's not? Because there's a flux infused chest plate. And then there's like, I think a flux-infused jet plate, which is added, I think, by simply jetpack. So I'm not sure if this actually gives you creative flight. I don't think it does, the one from Redstone Arsenal. I think it's like an add-on to Redstone Arsenal that works with it that then gives you the flight ability. Could be wrong about that, but I think that's how that works. Maybe. Two different things, the chest plate is just armor. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I thought. Which kind of sucks, but that's fine. All right. So yeah, we'll drop that there. We'll do a very similar thing to what we did with the other smeltery. You know, we'll have the redstone clock, we'll have the hoppers going into a chest. It'll all work quite nicely. We could even, I guess, maybe have... I think we do have what it takes to make like item ducts and item conduits, right? Not too bad. So I'm wondering if we want to have like the chest at height, like a normal height instead of like embedded in the ground in like a weird place. Maybe just pipe it back up so it's just a bit easy to access. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll give it a go. Our wand is almost broken here, but we should be able to get just a little bit. Please let me in. There we go. We should be able to get this like to a nice height though before we do. This should be fine for now. Again, we don't have a whole lot in the way of seared brick. And also, I do very much so want to fill like these sides here in. I might tweak those to make it look a little nicer. Or maybe even we might just like do something like this, maybe. And then kind of chisel and bits out. I don't know. I'm just thinking of ways we can make it look a little bit cooler, you know? A little less flat. But I don't know, maybe flat's good. Yeah, I have not used the electric jetpack from Industrial Craft 2 in quite some time. It's not great. It's probably about as good as like what we've got now, you know, this ring. But it works at night, I guess, is the plus side to that thing there. Yeah, and really we want this to go like all the way up to the top, if possible. We could put like glass in the front, maybe, I guess, to try and like, so we can see what's inside. That could look cool, maybe. And there are, I think, a bunch of different like seared bricks that you can use that can be placed in part of the smeltery that could maybe make it look a little bit more interesting, potentially. We do have a chisel, so I can kind of take a peek at these while we ponder our options. And again, oh, that's not what I'm after. I'm after you. So yeah, I quite like this one. This one's obviously very similar to the basic one, but it's just kind of like a little different, you know? I might put those down on these kind of like outside. Do I not have a better pickaxe yet? My goodness, we need to make a better pickaxe. This one's so freaking slow. It's ridiculous. But like maybe something like these creeper face ones on the outside edge, just to kind of give it a bit of an accent, make it look a little bit different to the rest of it. Can you make an atomic deconstructor? I think the answer is yes, we can make it. Whether or not it's easy is a different question. Refined obsidian ingot, which we might already have, actually. At least if we don't, we have the infrastructure set up to actually make it already. An energy tablet. Actually, this doesn't look too bad whatsoever. So you know what? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it. It's like an all-in-one tool, for those who don't know, that is also rechargeable. So it's real nice to have. And I haven't used it in quite some time. I'm always a bit worried when I fly through those wires there that I'm going to get just zapped every single time. We do already have some reinforced obsidian. That is very nice indeed. We've also bulk made some of those enriched alloys, so those are already good to go. We just need an atomic alloy, which is reinforced obsidian dust, as well as a reinforced alloy. I was really hopeful. Do we have any more obsidian? Oh, no, we do. Nice. I think you can just... Oh, no, we got one. Okay, I see. I was going to say, if we had more than one, but I think it's just refined... How do we make this again? Obsidian and diamonds, eh? That's doable. That is very much so doable. So what was it? Obsidian dust and then diamond? We've got quite a lot in the way of diamonds, so I'm not really too bothered about using these. And I'm also not too bothered about putting this through the enrichment chamber either. It would get us more uses out of it, but at the same time, I think we're going to end up kind of voiding this anyway. Excuse me? Am I losing it? Is that not how that works? Do I have to enrich it? Oh, never mind then. In that case, what I meant to say there, guys, is we have to enrich it, because if you don't enrich it, you can't use it in the metallurgic infuser, which is something that obviously everybody knows, and you would be a fool to not suggest that right out of the gate. I'm going to just throw that aluminium dust off the edge, because it's Wasteful Thursday. Diamond dust, Isaac, we could use diamond dust, but like if we're going to put it through a machine, we might as well put it through the machine that gives us like more diamond for our buck, right? I feel like that makes sense. And now what we have to do is grab some obsidian. I think we might have some over here, but we might also just have some, yeah, in our system, which we can just drop into like the macerator and get cooking. Oh, we already got some. Nice. I mean, I guess if we're going to do this, we might as well do 8, right? Just so we're ready for the future, instead of wasting the diamond dust. Unfortunately, the power source for the angel rings these days, nowadays. You mean like the grid power stuff? Oh, we can make the smeltery bigger. That is true, actually. Yeah, we could. So that's already in there. Might as well just let that do its thing. Yeah, that is a fair point. If we are going to fill in, I still don't like that texture that is broken every time. But Ingo and Link makes a good point. The fact that we're filling in those corners of the smeltery does mean we can make it bigger behind. And that is definitely something I should do. I will get to that in just a second. I'm always worried that my jetpack juice is going to like run out as I float across there. Just because it feels a little weird using the angel ring. The squid ring. It feels kind of like a jetpack, but at the same time, not quite like a jetpack. Also, I need to keep at least one of those so I can put it back in here. Do I have a oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Because we need diamonds, don't we, to make... Oh, he's an idiot. It's fine. It's fine. We get used to it. Slowly but surely. There we go. All right. Let's take that out. Not going to throw this off the end because I feel like we're going to need nickel. But here we go. Let's try this again. I think it's just a normal alloy in here, right? Like a normal alloy turns into... Yeah. Pick some enriched alloys. Drop those into here. We might as well make 8 of those, I guess. Is that not working now? Oh, it's out. How does he do it? How does he mess up so much in one? Oh, there goes some obsidian dust, and now, thankfully, we've not used all of it. Let me get rid of some of this crud in my inventory, because we got way too much just trash building up. Oh my goodness. That was a series of derps right there that was just not great. I just noticed the sound level of the game is kind of high. It's like, oh yeah, it is quite high, isn't it? I think it's mainly due to the fact that these freaking machines are just horrible sounding. Like, if I bring it back to there, it's a little loud, but it's not... too bad, I don't think. You don't really notice that, I don't think, as much when it's not just like in the background. All right, let's try this again. It was the turbines? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the machines are quite loud. Is it just me or is it a sound of wind blowing and the faint sound of an aeroplane? It's all, yeah, it'll be the wind turbines and all these machines here. Apologies for that if it was too loud there. Which I assume it probably was. All right. Drop you in here. I guess I could probably also put this in the enrichment chamber, right? Yeah. We only need 1. And I'm lazy like that, so I guess we're just going to make 1 for now. All right. So that should get us the atomic reconstructor as soon as we get an energy tablet, which I thought we'd made, but maybe not. Or maybe they just don't shift click in. Yeah. It's been a thing for a while where items that require charge just don't shift click in for whatever reason. And then so now if we just do something like this, it's probably going to drain it instantly, or at least quite quickly. That's odd. Some of the other mods like drain things instantly, like the IC2 stuff. It just pulls it all out, which is kind of weird. Coolest looking tool in Minecraft. I agree. This thing looks awesome. Look at this thing. Look at this freaking... Look at this hammer we got right here. Oh my goodness. So, for those who have not played with it before, which I assume is most of you, but it basically acts as an axe, a pickaxe, I think a shovel. I don't think it acts as a hoe, but it's basically like a multi-tool that we can use, which is quite nice. So what I'm going to do here real quick, I also think you can change modes with it. I think it's like M, Shift M, Control M. There's like a mechanism mode change key. Mechanism item mode switch. It is M, but it's bound already. Maybe like, you got to pick a key. Semicolon, I guess, is my key. I thought you could change the mode of this, but I could be wrong. It does say mode normal, but my semicolon key isn't doing anything. And neither is shift semicolon key. It's not like it matters, really. We're not gonna... No, I do kind of want it on fast mode. Does anyone know how this works? Shift right click. Oh, okay. Nice. So it uses more power, I guess, in fast mode. Then you got vein mining mode and then off. Yeah, we'll use it in fast mode. It is going to burn through power a little quicker. You know, it's a bit more inefficient. There goes my my night ring. I need to get a sleeping bag so that we can sleep throughout the night whilst I am wandering about. You got an atomic reconstructor? Yeah, we did. Look at this thing right here. I love it. Which one's cheaper? This one looks a little cheaper, maybe. Does it have to be red? I think it has to be red. In a bizarre requirement, it needs to be red. I may have been wrong. The other one might have been easier to make. Do we have any? No. We're getting feathers, which is nice. But we don't have any red flowers, which is a little annoying. I really thought we would have some. Do we really not have any, like, poppies? Oh, well. Let's get some bone meal then. Really? I think the game's just laughing at me at this point. We've got 3 dandelions. Excuse me. And not a single poppy. Come on now. This is like the most common flower in the game. There we go. There we go. That took way more effort than it should have done. Does beetroot work as red dye? All right. Boom. Boom. Okay, so now I think if we just right-click this anywhere, we can just sleep. Beetroot is a good way to get red dye. Yes, it does. Oh, I didn't know. I will bear that in mind for the future. But now we should be able to sleep anywhere. There are not so many people on the server that we can't sleep, which is nice. We got food. We got a tool. We are ready to go, chat. We do still need to put down some torches on parts of our building because it's not all completely lit up. And thus mobs do spawn occasionally. This thing also does work as a weapon, which is quite nice indeed. But all I'm going to do here real quick is I'm going to drop down a little... I'm going to drop this freaking thing, which we don't... I know I'm going to pick it back up in a second now, but let me drop this and this and this. And these little bits are we're never going to use. And then I don't need these eggs either, but let me get rid of that. I'm just going to build like a little bit of a cobblestone platform just so we can collect a lot of this smeltery because I do want to make it just a tiny bit bigger. I guess it's probably just easier to do this, right? Instead of building a platform and trying to vein mine. This thing's so fast. We might lose a couple of pieces here, I'm realizing. Ah, no, we should get all this. Most of it. There we go. But yeah, if we do something like this, we can make our smeltery just a bit bigger. We can make it into a 5x5. Thus increasing our capacity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2, 3, 4, and then 1 more, I think, here. Yeah. I think that is correct. Yeah, pretty sure that's right. We will find out momentarily when we connect the whole thing up. No need to fill in these corners out here because you're not going to see this part. It might be a bit awkward to deal with if we end up kind of building an outside area that comes around here. We might have to try and build something to cover this bit of the smeltery up, but for now, it should be fine. Let me check. Did that register? It did indeed. Good stuff, good stuff. I did not want to get rid of the wood there, but that's fine. There we go. Cool. Okay. It does mean we can't build quite as high. At least not just yet. But again, that's fine. It's so fast. It's a bit too fast sometimes. But yeah, that's going to kind of run all the way up like that. I like it. And so now if we just get a little bit of course, lava and then some compressed cobblestone, we should be on the road to getting this thing going. Pro tip, smelt cobble to expand your smeltery. That is what we are about to do, my friend. That's the next thing on my list. I've just realized as well that when we go over to the mob farm, we are going to get just like flooded. Our inventory is just going to get filled with mob trash that we don't want because of this freaking magnet ring. That's going to be an experience. All right, let me get some cobblestone. Let's compress that cobblestone down. And let's also grab our bucket as well whilst we're here. Could I have the compressed cobblestone, please? Maybe. There we go. I think we could also maybe do with getting some more power to our AD system at some point, because I think the lack of power is what's causing this. Like you can see, we have cobblestone, but it's not pulling out all of the blocks. I think that's a power issue. Like because we're doing such a big craft, I'm shift clicking to try and pull out a stack of compressed cobble. The system doesn't have enough power to deal with that, and so it kind of shuts off really quickly and turns back on, which is what causes that little stutter there. But if we switch it up and put like an energy cell nearby, and by that I mean the ones from Applied Energistics, that should kind of fix all that, hopefully. Also, we should grab the hopper that we were using to feed into the front of the smeltery and put it over there with the cobblestone as well. That would make life quite a bit easier. Also, freaking get out of here. I don't need you anymore. I've got a new best friend, and it's this guy right here, who may be the end of me when I accidentally break things because I freaking keep misclicking. And it is so powerful and fast. I'm going to leave this chest here for now because I don't want to break it just yet. It's got a lot of stuff in it. But hey, the Danish editor, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you could join us. Hope you're having a good day. Turn off fast mode. Yeah, that might be a bad idea, honestly. We should put on normal mode. That way it's not like just a liability. But yeah, there we go. We'll do that. We will put one of these hoppers for now, at least right about here. It doesn't look great, and so we probably won't keep it like that. We'll probably switch that up in the future. Maybe for like an export bus or something on the bottom. Or maybe like, do we have uppers in this pack? Which are hoppers that pump upwards? No, that'd be too easy. I would like to put like one underneath the smeltery so it looks a bit nicer, but this works for now. And how do I want to do this? I think that I probably want to do this. Like this. We'll put the chest here. We'll get rid of this. And this is the point where I kind of want fast mode. There we go. Put the hopper down so it connects to the chest. And then we're going to pump out of that chest and back up to another chest that's like here. Just so that, again, we don't have this kind of like awkward looking hole in the floor that we have to look down into to get our stuff. I want it all to be a bit cleaner in this next like reconstruction. Who do you prefer, Nick or the Atomic Deconstructor? And then someone said the Atomic Deconstructor. Oh, the Atomic Disassembler, sorry. Is that what it's called? I forget the name. Yeah, the Disassembler is more productive. I mean, it's a bit harsh to Nick to call an inanimate Minecraft object more productive, but it might be true. I don't think Nick can disagree with that, honestly. I think he would take that wholeheartedly. So I wonder, we've already made item conduits, right? Yeah, nice. Okay, that's gonna make life a lot easier. We should also, before I forget, we should put like a bunch of either coal or charcoal or wood into the coke oven so that we can start making some more creosote, because we do keep using kind of little bits of treated wood, and I would like to very much have treated wood ready to go when we need it. I guess we could kind of cycle that back around, but for now we'll put that in there. That'll get us more charcoal as when we need it. And we could also put this charcoal directly into the blast furnace to get that going. I would very much so like to get a tree farm set up so that we can have wood pumped into the coke oven, have the charcoal pumped out into the blast furnace, you know, have the iron go from the AE system or even from our Sky Resources to set up into the things. We can also make steel. I feel like that wouldn't be too hard at all. Put the portable tank in the oven. That is what we will do. We do have a portable tank. It's in our system right now, because we were using it for crafting, but that is definitely the way that we will transfer our items in the future. Don't you worry. Please. There we go. Might be a little tricky to configure these item conduits, but we'll make it work. We'll also definitely have to make some structure ducts. Ah, you can't make structure ducts. I'm a bit tempted, because we can't hide like this hole in the floor here. We would need a painting machine to make that from Ender.io, you know, if I want to use the item conduit here. The item conduit is better than the item duct from thermal expansion, like just objectively, but I'm a sucker for things looking tidy, much to the surprise of everybody in the Twitch chat and on my YouTube comments. But you can hide. You can cover up your mistakes and your shame with... Is this not how this works? Is it 5? Two and two, obviously. Isaac, you do know that you can use item ducts to the server to pull from the casting table, right? You don't need the bottom chest or the hopper. I guess that makes sense. Like, my only thought process is that the item ducts from... I could have done this easier, right? I could have made an opaque one. Oh, no, the opaque ones are not... I mean, we don't have the exit cable, so this is fine. This is true. You can use a server from that, but my thought process there was that this will probably be faster just because the hopper tends to move things through faster than the basic servo does. And so until we get to a higher tier of servo, I think that we would kind of be unintentionally throttling our smeltery by pulling directly out of the casting table. But you are correct, though. Isaac, we all know it's not going to cover up any of your shame. Oh, no. I really hoped it would. I was really hoping that all of my shame would be forgotten. I guess, honestly, the better compromise would be to not have the bottom chest here, just have it pull out of the hopper. And we are going to have to get like a crescent hammer or something here so we can have it not connect there, but that's fine. All right. Do we already... I know we got a Yeta. Did we make a Yeta wrench? We did. Do we make a crescent hammer? No. I don't think the recipe for that's going to be changed. It's not good stuff. What else did I need there real quick? Oh, structure ducts. Or structural ducts. Structural ducts. Here we go. So these are really cool in that you can just craft them with any block and it creates this like facade that you can then use to cover up all of your item conduits and item ducts and fluid ducts and all that kind of good stuff. Flux ducts and whatnot. Why not item conduit out of the table? We could do, but at that point, it's I can't cover it up. I want to make it tidy. You know, the whole theme of this new base is tidiness, and so I can't use my cover up if I so if I try and open that whilst I'm flying, I'm just gonna fall, right? Can I access it from here? Yeah, nice. Okay, so just extract. But yeah, so now we can do this and oh, pardon me, and this. And it looks all flush. Whereas if we try to do the same thing with the item conduits, it is doable, but we'd have to get the painting machine. The painting machine is more expensive to make and would take like another 20 minutes out of our day. So for now, this is how it's going to be. All right. And now we need lava. Can't use a cover with this. Can you use a cover with a servo? What do you mean? You wrenched the hopper? Did I? That's fine. I'll fix that in a second when I get my when I get a bit of lava here. I'm glad someone pointed that out. See, if I didn't have Twitch chat here, if I was recording this for like a YouTube thing, I would have just not noticed that, and it would have taken me like way too long to realize that I fudged up. All right, that should start smelting up all of that compressed cobblestone, which is good. Yeah, let's rotate you back down, please. Does this not work? There we go. Cool. Okay, the chest. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. As I fall, we do get back. So we just try and fly at the very end. There we go. He's done it. He's done it. Saved. He saved it. It will fine. All right. So that should start to slowly but surely produce stuff. I don't like that you can't click through the hoppers here. That's a little annoying, so we can't see how much is in here. But what we can do is we can start loading this up with compressed cobble, which will slowly feed into the smeltery, which will then come out into an ingot cast. It won't right now because there is no ingot cast, but once we put one there, it will come out into an ingot cast, and then that will be coming out as seared bricks. And then the seared bricks we can then craft into more smeltery. It is also getting dark, and so we should eat, we should sleep, and we should rave and repeat. Recovered from a derp? I know, right? He's getting there. He's learning. I'm like the smart AI that they keep talking about. They start off, you know, like idiots, and then by the end of it, it's like galaxy brain. They kill it. You know, they can solve the world and its problems, right? Don't crash, please. Nice. Use an item looked instead of the hopper. We've been over this. I think the item looks are slower, at least with the basic tier of server from Double Expansion. All right, nice. So now we got that set up, and that's kind of doing its thing. We need to figure out where everything else is going to go. Why not into a basin and chisel it into brick? I mean, we could do. I think either one would work. What we really probably should do is have, like, if we're going to set this up efficiently for long-term use, what we should probably do is have like 2 faucets, right? One for, and then 2 redstone clocks with levers on, so we can kind of toggle them on and off as to which one we want to use at any given time. I'm just thinking, do I want to move the tank with the lava, kind of, because I want to, if I'm going to do that, I want it to be even. I want it to be symmetrical. I'd want to have like a chest here, a drain here, you know, table and crucible. But that would be moving the seared tank, which we could do. We could move that kind of like over here somewhere and kind of hide it, which would also make life a lot easier, or at least a lot tidier when it comes to kind of automating pumping lava into the smeltery if the tank was elsewhere. You know, because all we have to do is put blaze blocks into the crucible and then pull out of the crucible, right? So at that point, we just need something like an export bus constantly, maybe with a crafting card or something. That might get a little tricky, I don't know. We could use an analog crafter, I guess. Like, we could set up we can set up unlimited lava. What we'd have to do, because we've got, do we still have our mob drops coming from our mob spawn? I don't know if we do. I know I'm going to pick all this stuff up in a minute here, which is annoying. Like, all that trash there is going to fill my inventory. Let me turn my ring off, so I don't want any of that. There we go. Okay. Because, like, none of this stuff's going anywhere, and that's annoying. What I'm thinking is, like, we could, if we have our gunpowder automatically being sent through into the system, then we could then automate the production of blaze powder from that, and then from there we could automate the production of blaze blocks and therefore lava, and therefore kind of keep the smeltery going forever, right? Which would be nice. Now, to do that, we would need to, the first step in that lineup was making sure that the gunpowder is getting from the mob spawner over into the AE system. Right now, I don't think that's happening. And the reason for that is just because, like, this chest is full. Also, it might be because, like, oh, it's XNet. Oh, that's why. That's why. I just never fixed it. All right. I mean, yeah, no, okay. I was going to try and set up like some auto-crafting there, but we're going to move everything in a second anyway, so I'm not going to bother with that just yet. We will do that. We'll put it on the list, but it's going to have to wait. So for now, I will move this. I will place down another seared brick if we have it. Do we actually just not have any? I guess I can grab one of these, right? Oh, it's got a tank, of course. I was worried for a second there, like I broke something or we'd lost all the compressed cobblestone, but thankfully that is not the case. But yeah, if we just whack that there, suddenly everything reappears again. Or maybe it's, did we lose all the cobblestone? Maybe I picked it up or something, because now it is coming from there. I don't know, maybe I did lose it. That's fine, it's just cobblestone. But yeah, now we can, and again, are we gonna lose it again? I don't know, but I will put another faucet there. You can't smelt the compressed cobble? Really? Are you sure? Like, that was the thing before, right? Was that not a thing before? Has that been, like, patched out or something? Or am I losing it? Oh, no, we crafted them into large plates, didn't we? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't something we could do before. We crafted them into large plates. Yes. Yes. That's what we did last time. Can I do this? No. That would be too easy. But there we go. Nice. Okay. That actually makes life a lot easier as well. Oh no, we got even more compressed cobblestone. Oh boy. That's a lot of cobble. There we go. Nice. You can use an item conduit instead of a hopper to feed into the smeltery. Why would I want to use an item conduit? Oh, so I can like click through it, so I don't have to. You mean like this? And I have like a chest above it or something? Yeah, that could work. Or, I mean, even if you want to be really weird about it, this. for whatever reason. I think that might just work without a servo as well. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Sure, why not? That does allow us to at least temporarily see what's going on in the smeltery at the same time as we do all of this, which is nice. Apparently, there is still some seared brick in there. I guess it's like further down. Yeah, but I do want to go and quickly get a drain, but I might have to wait for this first section to smelt up here. So I think we might need some more seared brick. All that, yeah, caffeine derp. I mean, this works, you know. Attaching a hopper to the top of an item duct. It looks a bit bizarre, but it gets the job done, you know. Oh, that. Yeah, NYO would be faster for sure. Did think yeah, we've got the NY conduits on us. I guess those would also work. But like, we don't really need the speed right now for this. It's not like a process that needs to be too fast. At least not just yet. And also, this is temporary. I'm going to replace this pretty soon. Does anyone know if XNet is fixed or still bugged in this new version? Like, if it's fixed, I might try using it. Because it would be nice to not have to run item conduits that far. But if it's broken, then I guess we'll have to. I like this song. Tiger Tracks is the name of the song. All right, so we're finally getting some brick here. It is a little slow, and we definitely would be... I think better off with the casting basin here. It would make life a lot faster, especially if we can just chisel it to what we want it to look like. Do I have the crucible on me? Or is it in here? It's in here. Okay. Let me think about how I want to do this. Do we have another hopper? No. So I'm going to set up a bit of a weird system here, maybe unnecessarily weird, which is the title of my YouTube channel. But here we go. We'll take that, and then we'll just kind of... We're going to have the same setup that we had before, but with just a hopper this time and no chest. XNet is still bugged and may still crash. Ah, that sucks. I think in the quest book they say XNet is not usable. Really? Doesn't mention it there. Is there like an XNet crafting line? I don't know. But if it's still causing issues, then we won't use it. Which is a shame though, because it's a really cool mod. I would very much like to be able to use it. I don't know why I broke that. That's all I want to break. I want to break this here. There we go. We have a drain pull out of that. And we will need another faucet, but that's fine. It's very much doable. We can actually make the drain right here. Can you move the alerts up so they're just above your hotbar? Not an issue, just thought about it. Oh, are they like appearing just like in front of the... Oh, I guess that does make sense, right? They're appearing kind of just like in the way. Yeah, I could probably move it up. He says as he forgets how this works. Is it? No, come on, please work with me. I should have just said no. Like that, maybe. Just it's a little bit above where my hotbar is. Is that better? All right. Boom, boom. Let's get ourselves a drain. Let's also make a quick old faucet. It's good. Nice. Okay, cool. Cool. In fairness, it wasn't... I didn't mean to set it up to show followers, because that way, if it, like... It goes off quite often then, but, like, it's not a problem, really. So, yeah, we'll do that. I will move this over... We'll move it over in a second. There's no point in moving it over just yet. And now that I think about it, I do need to get another chest real quick, just so I can have it be a little bit more symmetrical. But this is good. This is progress, and I'm a big fan. It's taking a little longer to get this stuff set up, but it's being set up correctly, and thus it's going to make our lives, hopefully, just, like, a lot easier going forwards. I say it's been set up correctly. That's when you zoom in on that freaking monstrosity that is a hopper feeding into an item duct, and you just say Isaac correctly? Question mark. So here I'm gonna have a hopper So my thought process here is that I don't have enough item conduits to do the same thing that I've done over here. I think we used 3 item ducts right over on this side. So instead, what we're going to do, I guess we won't even need a servo, right? If we just do this, and then this into the chest, and then we rotate the hopper so that it like auto outputs. And then of course we do another one of these with one of these to get one of those. Oh, we didn't need to do that, actually get 5 or 6 at a time. Never mind. We've done it anyway now, but there we go. That's nice and covered up. The seared stone is being pulled out, which is nice. And then if we just go and quickly fall a bit so we can get our range out. Oh, this is going to be bad because our flight is not infinite. Please. Please. Oh, I don't have a limited flight game. Oh, no. Okay. It's fine. We'll fall through the world. We can save this. The NYO fluid conduit can be used instead of a spout. Oh, yeah, this is true, actually. Instead of the faucet. I don't know why sometimes we don't fall. It's a bit weird. And then we take this horrible fall damage, which I guess we can mitigate, right, with the angel ring again. That's not an angel ring. The squid ring.